Okay, it's another day later, and it's September 19th. It's a Monday. Got back out here and started piecing this thing together. I didn't do the cardboard yet, but I am going to before we pull this board off from underneath the chassis here and get it onto the table where we can do the glassing and stuff. It's already taken a good solid, once you start piecing it back together, even though it's just hot glue, I took and cut up some thick paint sticks, wrapped some tape around it just so the glass doesn't stick right to it. We'll probably from the inside put some tape right on down. We are gluing the seams here, not just so the resin doesn't come through, but to kind of connect these all in one piece. It adds a little more strength. We're forcing it down flat here. Same on the other side. We're forcing it to stay in place here. We did have this down, but remember in the other video I showed you how that thing lifted up. I had it held down and it was just preloading too much pressure into the opposite side. These little pieces of wood weren't enough. What you see here, I added more tape and put longer pieces on, and that was not going to work for all the way down. So we just relieve this here. We'll end up being able to push it into place. We just want to make sure it's going to remain long enough once we're done. So we'll leave it once we get the front of this or the top of this finished up. I've already cut some other pieces of two other pieces here somewhere, this one and another one here somewhere. Anyway, these are the right length. They go from right up inside of here right on down to the floor of the nose. Demonstrate. Right, so I can't glue them in right now because we'd have to take the whole bumper and everything off just to get the nose off, and we don't want to do that. So we know, we measured the height and all that stuff and got them fit beforehand. So we'll put those in once we get it up on the old workbench, work table over there. And that'll help support the weight of this thing, because you know how this is without those stringers in there, so to speak, that the bumper used to bolt to and pivot the nose on. Those added top to bottom structural strength as well. So like I said in the earlier video, we may end up putting those back in, maybe not the exact same pieces or the exact same way, but maybe in a position where we can put those things back on, those Anderson bits back on that do the pivoting thing, and maybe not to make it an adjustable nose, but so it'll all come off the same way the rest of the Anderson stuff does. The two bolts on the end of the bumper, and the whole thing would slide right off because it just slides in to the chassis down here, the lower part of the bumper. But that's it. We're just plugging away here, trying to get number 11 in the can, right? Plugging away. Want to get this thing back in one piece, and if not, real close to fit on the cart before leaving Friday for Pittsburgh. Man, I really like to have this thing done. The nose bolted up from underneath or Zeused up, however we're going to hold it, and Zeused onto the side pods in the manner it's going to be done, not just a mock-up. And so when I get back from Pittsburgh, we can move right to the back of the car and start working back here. We're picking up some radiators, a couple of different seats from John at the track, coming back, and we're just going to start making things fit. We're not going to worry about aesthetics, prettiness. I know, man, I know for RPM that's tough. But like I said before, we just want to get this thing in a functional state so we can get it to the track October 22, so he can do a bit of track testing on the cooling of the cooling system, because that's really where I'm doing my work, is hiding all that stuff, keeping the car aerodynamic and hiding that stuff in the back. So that's it for right now. Number 11 in the can. Godspeed, God bless, we love y'all. Hang in there, we're praying for you. It'll get better.